There comes a time in this country where like ideological differences literally don't matter. Throw them in the garbage. It's not important. There are actual lives that are at stake here, like in the most literal sense possible. I'm Ollie Carter. I'm a Clemson student, and I am an activist whenever I can be. I attend protests. I am involved in upstate activism whenever I can. And I'm talking about the Trevor Project today. It is a suicide lifeline for young LGBTQ plus individuals. It was formed in California in the late 90s, 27 years ago. And since its founding, it has provided support for crisis for LGBTQ plus individuals, which stands for lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, etc. for those who don't know. And advocates for their rights, conducts research on mental health that goes into those identities, and it creates a safe space and community for individuals that may not get it at home and in their own communities. And since its foundation, it has saved over 1 million lives through 24/7 crisis calls to these struggling individuals. And as well, it has blocked hundreds of anti-LGBTQ plus bills from being passed in our government. Now, why am I saying all this? Why am I telling you this? Well, this year, as recently as a couple weeks ago, the Trump administration has entirely cut funding for the 988 suicide crisis lifeline that dealt specifically with queer youth and provides specialized professionals that could help queer people in their struggles. Funding cut entirely. The reason? Radical gender ideology. Now, whether you like it or not, trans people will and will always exist, and so will gay people and all these other identities, whether you like it or not. It doesn't matter if you support them or like, ethically think it should happen. It doesn't matter. They will literally kill themselves if you don't let them express who they are. Like, it's the suicide rate's alarmingly high, and this organization's main goal is to prevent that from happening. And with this cut funding, it kills people. It kills people. Mental illness kills people. I have a transgender younger sibling named Seven. They came out to me as non-binary 5 years ago, and I've personally firsthand seen the rock bottom in terms of mental health. I've seen what not being who you are inside does to your emotional well-being. I've seen it. And since then, since the social transition that they have done, their health has flourished. They've become a very, very well-spoken, very they made a name for themselves, and it's wonderful to see, And while I'm unsure if Seven ever used the Lifeline directly, just the existence of an organization that promotes the safe space and fosters hope in individuals that need it is reason enough for it to exist. And again, it is quite literally stopping people from killing themselves. And I've promoted this organization on my Instagram page for several years, probably since 2022. And if you check it out right now, you will see a link to donate to young queer people that need your help. Or that need, yes. And this particular organization does this big event in June during Pride Month called Pride in Action, where if you donate to them, they'll get a corporation to match the donation. And in addition, there's fundraising that you can do, and they're really good about having live streams or getting influencers with large followings on the internet to support them and have donation streams where they will provide funding. And there's also volunteering, which is more for like professionals or people that are like capable of handling crisis situations and like being on the front lines and stopping, this suicide, being the suicide lifeline. So how can you help as a general regular person in society? Well, obviously you can donate, and any donation means a lot. It saves 100 lives, which you can see on their website. Be vocal. Attend pride events, attend protests, get the word out there that like these struggling people need your help in an increasingly extreme and violent world that wants to see their annihilation, to put it bluntly. And according to a Cell Press article by Eric Schumann, if you want protests to be effective, you have to be unconventional. Doing so much as calling your legislator is probably not going to do a whole lot. Make your voice heard. Do something impactful. Thank you.